Hello, welcome to Jafric Radio Extra. This is the road to the 2026 FIFA World Cup show. And today we are starting off by looking at how the countries who have qualified to the 2026 FIFA World Cup are preparing for the Mundial, which is going to take place in the Mexico, United States, and Canada. It's a co-hosted edition of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Don't forget that the last time the FIFA World Cup was co-hosted was played here in Asia. It was co-hosted by the Republic of Japan and Korea back in 2002. In 2026, middle of the year, around June, the United States of America, Canada, and Mexico will be co-hosting the 2026 edition of the World Cup. Don't forget that the 2022 World Cup, which was played in Qatar, was won by Lionel Messi's Argentina. This time around, we do not know which country that is going to lift the Mundial. There are a lot of prospects. I mean, a number of European nations have lined up and they are looking very, very strong ahead of the World Cup. And one nation that is causing a lot of headache for most of the strong contenders is Norway. We are going to delve deeper into these conversations. But the main news on the agenda is the 2026 AFCON that is currently ongoing in Morocco. And as you know, we bring you the results from the round of 16 and then also look at the teams that have secured their spot in the quarterfinals and possibly predict which country that is likely to win the 2026 AFCON tournament, which is ongoing in Morocco. My guest today on the show is Pietro San, an Italian. Unfortunately, Italy couldn't secure an automatic slot into the World Cup, and they'll have to do the Confederations playoff because of Norway. Erling Brut Haaland's Norway. Pietro San is from Italy, and he's been living and working here as a GFA, the Japan Football Association's referees instructor. He's contributing a lot into the development of football here in Japan, where here in Africa we call it football, but in Japan here they call it soccer. He's making a lot of contribution in that aspect. So I'm going to bring Pietro in so that we begin the conversation. Pietro, sir,
Hi, hi. Okay,
um,
here we are.
good good afternoon and welcome to the road to the 2026 FIFA World Cup here, FIFA World Cup show here live on Jafric Radio Extra. How have you been anticipating the outcome of the African Cup of Nations game so far? We are the run of 16 stage, and if you look at some of the results that have come, I know that definitely you are surprised by some of the results, especially Mali defeating Tunisia.
Bali, yeah, Mali,
Yes,
yeah.
Senegal also
Everyone,
managing to beat.
mm,
I
everyone
want to
in
take your view.
yeah, everyone in Italy,
Mm,
we follow the
mm,
African Cup. Also because
mm,
many African players they are playing in Serie A and Serie B in
mm,
Italy.
mm,
Also in my team is Napoli. We have
mm,
some African player very good,
mm,
like Issa from Cameroon. He
mm.
is really good. Also
Yeah.
other player from Atalanta, and also in France a lot.
Mm,
And we are
mm,
surprised about Tunisia is out because they lost the match against Mali.
mm,
At beginning, we never nobody believed Mali can arrive a quarterfinal. But anyway,
mm,
they are there. Morocco, I think also because they play at home.
mm,
Maybe they have a chance, a lot of chance to win.
mm,
But I think to fight against Senegal, Egypt,
mm.
um, and Nigeria. Nigeria is strong. Mm.
So which country do you think will you've given roughly like four strong
I feel
contenders? Which
I
country?
feel I feel
Mm.
Nigeria, but will be very
Nigeria.
difficult. Yeah.
Okay. So Nigeria
Mm.
won the AFCON a couple of years ago, they came in, they surprised everyone. Very few people thought that Nigeria were going to make an impact at that particular AFCON tournament, but they managed to lift the trophy. This time around, they've come in with Nigeria is like um, more or less like the one of the European superpowers. They always come in with a lot of strong star-studded squad. And if you look at the Nigeria squad now, you're looking at Victor Osimhen, Ademola Lookman, a
Lukman,
lot of players.
Osimhen, I think, right.
Yes, Osimhen scored a brace in the game today. So I'm going to run you through the results of the games that were
But the
played.
problem,
That
the
I'm going
problem,
to run you through the
Osimhen is
results of the
now.
games that were played in the round of 16 stage, and then I'll bring Pietro in to look at the games one by one. So, if the first game that was played in the round of 16, Mali managed to do a penalty shootout victory over the Qatar Eagles of Tunisia in the first game that was played. Then the Teranga Lions of Senegal, surprisingly, during the AFCON qualifiers, they caused a lot of problems for Senegal. They beat Senegal. In fact, this time around, the Sudanese national
Uh,
team, if you look at what is happening in Sudan right now, Sudan is going through a lot of troubling times with war, but led by their
mm,
Ghanaian gaffer, James Kwesiapia. This time around, the Teranga Lions of Senegal defeated Sudan by 3 goals to 1. Then Egypt, the Pharaohs of Egypt, were in action today, and they also secured a 3-1 victory over Benin. So if you look at the West African teams, Mali won, Senegal won, but this time around, Benin, a country that is very close to Ghana, suffered a 3-1 defeat at the hands of the Pharaohs of Egypt. And that game went through to extra time. That was when Mohamed Salah showed up in the game
mm.
and scored an extra time goal in the one after 120 minutes. He scored another time goal for the Pharaohs of Egypt. Then there was this big game that was played. The Bafana of South Africa lock horns with the Lions of of Cameroon, and it was a strong game, a game that everyone was anticipating and looking up to. But Cameroon came up strong and managed to secure a 2-1 victory over the Bafana of South Africa, and it was a very tight game. South Africa got an 88-minute consolation goal, but they were not able to come back into the game and to cause problems for Cameroon. And then in Morocco, the host nation, this was a game that was tight because nobody expected Tanzania to hold the balls of Morocco for a very long time, but Morocco were made to work for the results as they needed Brahim Diaz goal in the 64th minute. Don't forget that Brahim Diaz has been on form. He's the leading scorer of the 2026 AFCON tournament. He plays his football for Real Madrid. This is a player who was called up by Spain, but Brahim Diaz decided that he was going to turn up for Morocco, a country where his parents come from, and he's doing an amazing job for them at the 2026 AFCON tournament by scoring the only goal of the game for Morocco, and they run away with a slim victory over Tanzania. And then in Nigeria, the the country that Pietro thinks are going to live the AFCON tournament, so far they have secured the heaviest victory in the round of 16 tournament by beating Mozambique. The Super Green Eagles of Nigeria beat Mozambique by 4 goals to 0. That was a big
Last
one.
time Nigeria to final. That's right.
Yes, 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 in Ivory Coast.
Was the
But unfortunately,
final
they lost. They lost in the
24.
finals. So yes, so Victor Osimhen actually opened the score on the second minute, but that goal was ruled up by VAR for offside. Ademola Lookman, a player who has been making a lot of waves, used to play for England at the youth level, then played for Everton, made a move to Italy, and a lot of controversy playing at Atalanta and all that communities and news that came in. He opened the scoring for Nigeria on the 20th minute. 5 minutes later, Victor Osimhen put his name on the score sheet. Then, on the 2 minutes after the restart, Victor Osimhen once again registered his name on the score sheet by scoring a brace in the game. And then on the 75th minute, the player who plays his football for Sevilla in the Spanish Premier Liga, Akko Adams, put the icing on the cake for the Super Green Eagles of Nigeria by scoring on the 75th minute with Ademola Lukman doing the assist for Nigeria. The games that are up for today, that will be in action. Ivory Coast will lock ons with Burkina Faso, and then DR Congo, a nation that is going to play in the Confederations playoff in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers, will play against Algeria, the Desert Foxes of Algeria. So the games for today are the Elephants of Ivory Coast against the Stallions of Burkina Faso. Listen to the names very well. The Ivory Coast, the nickname for the Ivorian national team is the Elephants of Ivory Coast against the Stallions of Burkina Faso. And then in the other game, we have the Algerian national team, the Desert Foxes of Algeria against DR Congo, formerly known as Zaire. They used to be very strong, one of the first African nations to qualify for the World Cup back then in the ages. So Pietro, I don't know which of these results that you want to talk about in the round of 16, and the team that have qualified to the quarterfinals of the AFCON tournament.
We must watch the. I think will be very nice game between Algeria and the Congo and Costa d'Avorio, Burkina Faso. I think in this four team coming up, surprise.
Mm,
I
mm,
believe Congo
mm,
can get to the semifinal. Not cannot maybe not arrive at final, but the semifinal
mm,
possible. Congo.
mm. So what
What
this
do you
means
think
is that
about?
what yes. So per what Pietro is saying, if Congo manage to sail through, they will either meet Egypt or Nigeria. So that's a tricky one. So
Uh,
so don't forget in the World Cup playoffs, it was Congo that eliminated Nigeria. If you remember, Congo defeated
yeah.
Nigeria. They prevented Nigeria from qualifying. So there's a
So
possibility that they
that's
will meet.
why.
Yes,
It,
yes.
at the beginning, nobody trusts the power of
Mm,
Congo, but little by little, they show
mm,
how much they are strong. And the Congo go to World Cup. Nigeria couldn't go. Uh, I I think that they will not win the cup because is usually
mm,
World Cup also for the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup of
mm,
next World Cup in America. That's
mm,
kind of World Cup. Who used to win, like Nigeria, like Senegal, like
mm,
Brazil, or
mm,
Argentina, France, Italy. That's these kind of teams, this kind of club. They are
mm,
like Italy. Sometimes we are difficult to go inside
mm,
qualification. Like they don't show 100% power, but
mm,
team like Italy, for example,
mm,
in 82, 1982,
mm,
1990, 2006,
mm,
uh, we are just lucky. We arrive at the
mm,
final uh, final cup group, and
mm,
nobody believe Italy. But this kind of team they change when arrive at the quarterfinal, semifinal, final because they used to. So I don't trust Congo can win, can arrive until the semifinal, but cannot win. I think the team used to win. They know how to win.
mm,
They can save their power semifinal and the final,
mm,
and they can save stress because a lot of stress. Also also when I was a referee, a lot of
mm,
stress. Always a good team
mm.
can keep the power, and so
Okay.
I trust maybe Nigeria or Senegal.
Nigeria or Senegal. But because of home support and home advantage, you cannot put Morocco out of the conversation. And also looking at how strong Morocco have been in the competition up to this stage,
This is a
it looks
question
very
mark. This- No,
so
this is a
so.
question mark. Morocco is strong, and also Morocco is playing at home.
Mm.
Looks like when they play, they not play 11 people, they play 12 people because the
Because of the
12
home
people
support.
is the people, the fun.
Mm.
Fun is
Mm.
very strong. But I think as a technique, tactic, and
Mm.
team members, I I think Nigeria is a little bit stronger. But everything
Okay.
what we
So,
say, everything can change at that moment.
mm.
Mm.
So Pietro,
The
we have to preview the quarterfinal games. At least two of the quarterfinal games have been confirmed. Um, the first quarterfinal game is going to be between Mali and Senegal. Who do you think will win this game? Mali versus Senegal. Mali sailed through
it's
by beating Tunisia on penalties in the round of 16, and then Senegal also
ac-
defeated Sudan by 3 goals to 1. This is a francophone affair, and it is also a West African affair. The Eagles of Mali versus the Teranga Lions of Senegal. Who do you think will be able to secure this?
Senegal have a good attack, and
Mm,
then they used to control their stress. Mali
mm.
is have not so much experience about this team, so I believe Senegal.
So
If
Senegal, you
Senegal
expect
doesn't
Senegal.
win this game, this is a really surprise. Amazing and almost impossible. Mali can win Senegal, almost, but never know.
Okay, so after that, then the
Forward,
next game on the
Senegal.
bill, the host nation that we've been talking about, the next game will be Cameroon versus Morocco. Who are you thinking to be able to pick this? Cameroon versus Morocco. Cameroon
This is a
versus
very nice.
Morocco.
No, this is very nice game. This is really very nice game. Morocco, Cameroon, Morocco.
Yes.
This is a very best match. I will
The
never
final
miss
before the
this match.
final.
Morocco is a very speedy player.
Mm,
Cameroon have a good defender.
mm.
Mm, I don't know if they lost some good player in the midfield, like Anguissa. His injury. He's
It is Anguissa, Napoli.
yeah, Anguissa. Yeah, he's
Mm,
in Napoli. Anguissa,
yes,
Frank Zambo Anguissa.
Anguissa,
He's an
yes,
injury. Best midfield of Cameroon.
yeah. Mm.
This is a big lose. I believe Morocco gonna win. Gonna win.
Morocco.
Gonna
So,
pass
so
Morocco.
you are picking, Senegal to win, and then Morocco to also progress to the semi-finals of the
Senegal
AFCON.
and Morocco.
Okay,
Morocco
then
minimum gonna have a
mm, in the other fixtures, there are possibilities. There's a possibility for all North African affair because Algeria could meet Egypt. So there's a possibility of a North African affair, Algeria versus Egypt, and that will be a tough one. And then there's also a possibility. Come again.
yeah. This is Nigeria, Egypt. I believe in Nigeria.
Hmm.
Nigeria have too much
Okay.
strong attack. They can make shoot anytime, but they have a
Yes.
weak point. Their weak point, I believe, weak point is defender.
Um, I think
Egypt.
that Pietro, talking about the weak point of Nigeria, I think we have to highlight this. It doesn't look too much like the it's a quality issue on the field, but rather issue of unity. Because in the game that they played yesterday, and that was Nigeria beating Mozambique by 4 goals to 0. The cameras captured Victor Osimhen fighting with Ademola Lookman on the
Yeah,
field.
what do you think
Yeah,
about the strain? No, but it's always is Nigeria Osimhen, Victor Osimhen. He's very
mm,
nervous recently,
mm,
last 2 3 years. He get a
mm,
little bit crazy. He fight with many people, also fight with his coach. I
Yes.
like Osimhen. He's stronger. I think somehow he's much better than Holland.
Erling
I think one
Haaland.
of the yeah, he's better. I think Victor is very speedy, good heading. Only his characterial, his personality is difficult. Because of his personality.
Pietro, that is a very, very strong state. That's a very strong and bold statement to make because looking at the staggering numbers of Erling Brut Haaland in terms of the goals that he churns in, season out, and to make a statement that Osimhen is better than Haaland, it's a very, very bold and strong statement to make. That's opinion
But
anyway. But if you look at the numbers, the number of goals that Haaland scores every season in comparison to
but
what
you can
Victor Osimhen does.
okay, but I understand this question, of course. But you can see Haaland in a very strong team like
Mm,
Manchester City. Many
mm,
players play for him. Of course,
mm,
Haaland is a great forward, of course.
mm,
But Victor is, I
mm.
think, a little bit up. You can put Haaland inside another team. I think it doesn't work like now. But
Okay.
Norway in the next World Cup
Mm,
uh, will be very difficult to beat them.
mm, mm.
Norway is very strong, absolutely strong. They have a
Strong.
very good center back, Haaland, and
Mm,
then they have Nose, is
mm,
left wing forward. Is just 20, I think 20 or 21 years old. He is very speedy and good dribbler. Haaland and many other.
mm.
Norway is very strong.
Okay. So we are progressing from the AFCON tournament that is taking place and discussing the AFCON. Don't forget that Pietro has picked either Nigeria or Senegal, or he's also looking at the possibility of Morocco, the home country, doing well in the 2026 AFCON that is ongoing in Morocco. Then we are now going to talk a little bit about European football. And I'm going to ask Pietro, Chelsea have parted ways with their manager Enzo Maresca, who happens to be an Italian and former Italian
Oh,
footballer.
but
Uh,
he got fired.
to the
That's right.
Yes, they've parted ways with him to the surprise of many Chelsea fans and football followers across the world because Enzo Maresca has performed better than recent Chelsea managers who have come in after in the post Roman Abramovich era. He's done a very good job by winning the FIFA Club World Cup in America, but well,
Mm.
they've shown him the exit. And right after that, Chelsea traveled to the Etihad to play against Manchester City in yesterday's game, and somehow Chelsea managed to grant a result by holding Manchester City to a 1-1 draw at the Etihad Stadium. And after Tijani Ryder scored the opening goal for Pep Guardiola's side on the 42nd minute, Chelsea staged a strong comeback and equalized through Enzo Fernandez, the Argentine midfielder, on the 90 minutes plus four or other time. So Chelsea is doing well. How do you think? Do you think that it was a right decision for with Enzo Maresca, bearing in mind all the changes that he's brought in terms of performance that he brought to Chelsea in recent months.
But the news we got in Italy, actually, he didn't get fired. He
Mm,
quit, first
okay.
of all. And then in the last, let's say, 10 years, always the president club, Abramovich,
Mm,
he's very strong personality. And
mm,
Chelsea up and down always. Sometimes very strong, sometimes very weak. Also now
mm,
in Champions League, actually Champions
mm,
League doing no. I don't know, but I believe Enzo Maresca is a good, good coach, of course.
mm.
Mm.
And then Enzo Maresca is not the only manager who has been fired in the English Premier League. Then Manchester United also follows suit by firing their manager Ruben Amorim, who spent 14 months in charge after as the
Yeah,
head coach. Yeah, who spent
I
14 months in
very
charge
late.
at the Old Trafford
They fire him
as the head
very
coach
late.
or the manager of Manchester United. Then Manchester United pulled the trigger and fired him 2 days ago after his side failed to beat Leeds United. They drew 1-1 at the in the
Mm.
English Premier League that was played at the Elland Road over the weekend, and as a result, Ruben Amorim, the Portuguese manager, was shown the exit by Manchester United. Pietro, do you think that Manchester United, since the Sir Alex Ferguson left the hot seat at the Old Trafford, they've actually
Mm.
appointed 12 different managers, including Luis Van Gaal, Jose Mourinho. They brought in their ex-player. They brought in a lot of managers, Eric Ten Hag, a lot of managers, and they keep changing and changing and changing. But still, they are not
No,
getting the result. And now
but
they've
no.
sacked Ruben Amorim. Do you think that what exactly is happening at Manchester United? Can you share your opinion on what's happening at Manchester United?
Sure, sure. Actually, I think they fire him too late. They should
Mm,
fire him maybe 1 year ago. I really don't understand. He's kind of a sucker. I don't know.
mm,
He's putting bench last year and 2 years ago. He
mm,
never let play Kobe Mino.
mm,
He's 21 years old. He's really
mm,
talented
mm,
midfield. Or
mm,
always Sesko and Zirkze, always bench. And then unbelievable. McTominay.
mm,
Scott McTominay, he's one of the best midfield in the world. He
mm,
won last year best player in Serie A. All over
mm,
team, all over player is number one. And then
mm.
with the Amorin, he never played. Only a few minutes per
Mm,
game. And then another one, Oiland. Oiland. Oiland is very strong. With Atalanta,
mm,
when he was with Atalanta, he used to score a lot of goal, and also now
mm.
playing very good. Mm, I really don't understand why they didn't fire him before. Amorim is really Enzo Maresca. No, Enzo Maresca. He fight. He is upset with the club
Mm,
because he has a lot of good player, but in the same
mm,
position, have a lot of
mm,
midfield, a lot of right side wing, have many same kind of player. He would
mm,
like to have a much more player like a forward, and also he want to change goalkeeper, but they not allow,
mm,
they not accept Maresca say, but Amorim, no, Amorim is unbelievable. Even in Japan, I'm sure he cannot he cannot coach. I'm sorry, Amorim, no, 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 thank you. I'm sorry. It's good. I don't know as a coach how he.
Let's
Let's
talk a
see.
bit about Spanish football. In the Spanish La Liga, the race in the La Liga title is getting hotter and hotter every day. And we are looking at the teams at the top four of the Spanish La
Uh,
Liga this time. And after the weekend's run of game, Barcelona managed to grind the results. They needed two late goals to beat Espanyol by 2 goals to 0 in a local derby. You know, Espanyol and Barcelona are in the same area in Spain. They are in the same region, the Catalonia region. That's where they are. And Barcelona beat them by 2 goals to 0. And to the surprise of everyone, Real Madrid managed to shape Real Betis by 5 goals to 1. 5 goals to 1. Going into this game, the last 5 meetings between Madrid and Sevilla had more or less produced a deadlock result because Sevilla had Real Betis. The last 5 games between Real Madrid and Real Betis have been sort of a deadlock because Madrid had won one, Betis had won one, and the three of them had ended in draws. And this time around, Madrid managed to beat them by 5 goals to 1. Interestingly, All the 5 goals were scored by La Fabrica. Fabrica is the feeder team of Real Madrid, more or less like the
Mm,
feeder team of Barcelona that brought Lamine Yamal, Messi, and the rest. All of them were scored
mm.
by them. So, do you think that Real Madrid will be able to produce the results this season and
Yeah,
beat Barcelona to the title, or Barcelona are still going to win the La Liga title this time around?
I believe Real Madrid is going to win the league
Why?
because Barcelona is have some weak point. They have a good attack, but I don't trust their defender. Real Madrid is all club, all team is quite strong. Never give up until last. Real Madrid. Barcelona is too. I feel much more younger than Real Madrid. Now Real Madrid has have much more experience.
Mm,
Oh, anyway, in the general, La Liga Spagnola, mm, Barcelona and Real Madrid is a little bit down there long time ago.
yeah.
Now it's not for sure if Real Madrid play over Barcelona, play with number 10, number 12, number 13, number 14 position team. This is not for for sure they're going to win. Not like
Yeah.
before.
And talking about
Mm,
the competition in La Liga, Barcelona is leading the chart with 49 points, followed by Real Madrid with 45. So the points gap between Barcelona and Real Madrid
mm,
is 4. So that's the third on the log is Villarreal with 38 points, and
mm,
Atletico Madrid are sitting fourth, so with 38 points. It follows in that order. Hi, Pietro.
mhm.
So we are shifting gears, and we are going to Pietro's home country, Italy, and we are going to look at the Scudetto. Which country played the Scudetto is Italy, and the old ladies of the Serie A, Juventus are there. We have the Rossoneri. Rossoneri is AC Milan. Then we have the Nerazzurri, Inter Milan. We have a lot of interesting names back then. There's Napoli, Lazio, Sampdoria, Udinese. My friend Emmanuel Ajimabadu used to captain
No, Doria
Udinese
now
in
Serie B.
the Italian Serie A. Yeah, Sampdoria used to be big, and now if you look at the Serie A league table, the two teams, the as at now, the only two class in top class European football who play their games in the same stadium, Inter and AC Milan. They play in the one when Inter Milan is playing, it is called the Giuseppe Meazza. When AC Milan is playing, it's called the San Siro. So that's some sort of iconic thing that is happening. So the league table in Italy, Inter Milan are sitting on top with 39 points. AC Milan comes second with 38 points. So that's very close, 39-38. Then in third place is Pietro's team, Napoli. Napoli is sitting third with 37 points. And then the old ladies of the Serie A, the Bianconeris, the struggling Juventus, who are going through their very tough time. They are sitting fourth with 33 points. So they are 6 points off the top. And then fifth place is AS Roma, 33 points. When Mourinho was working at Roma, he brought them to the limelight. But this time around, he's left and things are not looking that good for them. But at the base of the table, quite surprising, Pisa, a team that was recently promoted, is sitting on the 20th position. Then, to my surprise, Fiorentina, my own Fiorentina, La Viora. La Viora is sitting on the 19th spot of the table with just 12 points after 18 games. Then Hellas Verona is 18 with 12 points.
Yeah.
So, Pietro,
But you know,
please tell
but
me with the
Fiorentina have a
Serie A,
good
you have
team.
in-depth knowledge of
Mm. But
Fiorentina.
you know, Fiorentina, they have a good player. Amazing, they are there. Unbelievable. They have a
Yeah,
forward,
yeah,
Ken. Ken is very strong, Ken.
yeah,
And
Maurice
then
Kane.
Mandrake, very good goalkeeper. They,
Mm,
but you know, is when good player, good team, just for unlucky for some reason, they are fighting for not go Serie B. They are
mm.
in very dangerous situation because they don't know how to fight. because many team like Verona, Parma, Genoa, Sassuolo, they know how to fight for survive. But Fiorentina, they don't know. They know only how can get Europa League position or the Champions League position. It's different. Win, play for win, and play for survive. Need different kind of player. Not important the technique. Important is they can be tough, strong, need a muscle, need run. And the Fiorentina don't do that. That's why they are there. About the best four position now in this moment is Inter. Inter is the number one. At least the Inter player, they have a lot of player, Inter Milan, and they are good player. Last year with the summer market, they bought a good young player. Before they are a little bit older. They are oldest team in about age in Serie A. Now not because they bought Boni and Turam and Pio Esposito, all forward, and they are doing good. Also, they changed the coach. Now it's a Kibu instead of Inzaghi. They are doing good, but sometimes they lose some easy game. They lose a point on very easy ground because they maybe they believe too much themselves. They they didn't make 100% power. Milan, I think this year will be good because Inter, Napoli, Juventus, and Roma, now from now on they are going to play every 3 days. So they have to use a lot of power, a lot of energy. But Milan, no. Milan, they have no cup, no Champions League, no European League, no Confederation Cup, nothing. They have nothing. So they only can think about the Serie A tournament. Also the Super Cup, they lost against Napoli, and who won was Napoli. Napoli beat Milan and Bologna. Inter lost against Bologna. So now they can think only about Serie A, so they can have full 1 week for training. So
So
they can keep
Pietro,
the power.
So among the teams sitting in the top four, Inter, AC, Napoli, and Juventus, who will you place your bet on? Put fanaticism aside that you are a fan of Napoli. Put that aside and tell us who you think genuinely looks strong to win the Scudetto this season.
No, Juventus impossible. Juventus like right now impossible. They have no forward because
Okay.
Vlahovic he got a very heavy injury.
Mm,
Maybe in this market they're going to buy new forward, but
mm,
I don't think they have a team for win Scudetto. They have a team for go probably in the Champions League, so best four, but not
okay.
number one. Number one, I
Mm,
think going at the end going to fight Napoli and Inter. Milan can be, is have a question mark. Can be also Milan because Milan have no cup, so they can focus only Serie A. Roma, I not believe Roma Scudetto. The same problem like Juventus. They have no forward,
mm.
and
So
Fiorentina. I don't think you go to.
talking about talking about the forwards, these are the players who are leading the goal king chart. So Lautaro Martinez, the Argentine forward, is leading the goal team chart
Yeah.
uh, in the in the Scudetto race with 10 goals and 4 assists, followed by the American Christian Pulisic, a player who used to play for Borussia Dortmund. He now plays for AC Milan. He scored 8 goals and provided 2 assists. Then Nico Pass, a player who is built to return to Real Madrid
Oh, he's
next
very good.
season. He's doing a lot of work with Sec Fabregas as the manager of Como, and he scored 6 goals and provided 6 assists. Then Juventus Ayides has also scored 6 goals and provided 10 assists. Hakanoglu of Inter Milan has also scored 6 and provided 2 assists. Then a player who most Manchester United fans were berating last season, Rasmus Haaland, who has gone to Napoli, and he has scored 6 goals and provided 2 assists this time around. Then there's Rafael Leao, there's Orsini, there's Sule, Kevin Davies. There's a lot of players in there who have scored goals, but the top 4 players who are leading the goal chart: Lautaro Martinez, Christian Pulisic, Nico Paz, Yildiz, and Hakan Hashanoglu, together with Rasmus Haaland. These are players who are in the conversation when you're talking about the top scorers in the Scudetto race. So, Pietro, we are going to wrap up, but we cannot wrap up without talking about Japan in the 2026 FIFA World Cup that is going to happen. How do you assess the chances of Japan going into the 2026 FIFA World Cup? We know in subsequent editions, we will take our
Ah,
time to look at the Japan squad and how strong they look compared to how they perform in the Qatar World Cup in 2022. But just an
mhm.
overview, how do you think Japan will perform in the 2026 FIFA World Cup?
Uh, I think the fan of a Japan team will be very happy this year
Mm,
because Japan team is very strong.
mm,
The before is they have very good technique, they have very good run, but usually everybody say tactic and
mm,
mentality is not Japanese. But now no, now for me personally, I think the coach is
mm,
not, I don't like so much. He is so much thinking about defense.
mm,
Japan with their team, their club, their member, they must attack always because they have
mm,
amazing forward and amazing midfield. Only the weak point is center attack. Center attack.
mm,
Sometimes they use Maeda. Sometimes they, but I trust the name is Doa.
mm,
Doa. He is for me. He must play always. And Mitoma on the left and
mm,
Kubo on the right. Endo, Yoshida,
mm.
and the goalkeeper. I wish he can come back good after the injury. I am good friend of Suzuki goalkeeper manager, and then he said that he's now doing rehabilitation. And
Zion Suzuki.
hmm?
Zion
What?
Suzuki. Zion
Yeah,
Suzuki.
he's amazing goalkeeper, very very good. He's playing in Parma.
Yes.
Mm, but
Zion Suzuki's father is Ghanaian.
mhm. He's very good goalkeeper. Now he's injury. I
Yeah.
wish he can come back.
Okay.
And also the uh, group of Japan
Mm,
is, I don't say very easy, but
mm.
Japan can play can play good this team because maybe the most difficult match will be against
Holland, yeah.
Holland, but Japan Holland, I think probably Japan going to win.
So, how looking at the upset Japan caused in the 2022 World Cup in Qatar by beating some of the top teams, including Spain and Germany, how do you assess the chances of Japan? Do you think that Japan will perform better in this World Cup than they did in the previous edition
Uh,
in Qatar?
uh, which year? 2020? Which year?
No,
World
I'm
Cup
saying
when?
that. Do you think that? Japan will perform better than they did in the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. In the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar, they caused an upset,
Ah,
or they caused a number of upsets. They beat Spain and Germany in the previous World Cup. Now
yeah,
in the 2026 World Cup, are you expecting them to perform better than what they did
sure.
in the
The
in
for
the
sure, for sure. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Because at that time, yes, they beat Germany and Spain, but
mm,
I feel just combination. They look down Germany.
mm,
Germany no, but Spain look down Japan. But now no. Now they know they know the power. What they have power. They believe they are strong, and they are strong. I think will be not easy. Probably Japan. Anyway, best eight will be inside of a best eight, and will be a
mm,
record. Coach Moriyasu,
mm,
um, I don't like so much Moriyasu,
mm.
but now he's there, so cannot change. Because Moriyasu, he never uses some very good player. Captain is Endo, I think.
Endo.
Endo,
So
Endo is quite, Endo is very good, and is a good captain, a good personality, and have a good technique. And
mm,
Kamamoto, is he's top, I think. They are top manager, I think, president. I think after this World Cup, I feel after this World Cup, going to change Japanese coach.
okay. So Pietro has predicted that Japan are going to perform better than they did in the last FIFA World Cup tournament. That would be an amazing news for Japan. But this is where we draw the
Mm.
curtains down on today's edition, or the maiden edition of the Road to the 2026 FIFA World Cup show here live on Jeffrey Radio Extra. In subsequent editions, we are going to spend more time to delve deeper, much deeper into issues related to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. That is going to be co-hosted by Canada, USA, and Mexico in the month
Go.
of June, July. So we will have more details to talk about. Thank you very much for joining us today. If you have not followed us, please make sure to subscribe to our channel on YouTube. The name is Jafric Radio Extra. Like this video, put your comment in the comment section. Which countries do you think are going to perform very well in the 2026 FIFA World Cup? Is it going to be England? Is it going to be Norway? Is it going to be Japan? Is it going to be Ghana? Which of the African countries? I mean, Morocco have qualified, Ghana have qualified, Egypt have qualified. There are a lot of strong countries, but notably, Nigeria failed to qualify to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And Pietro's Italy are going to play in the Confederations qualifiers, and hopefully they will secure their place in the qualifying stage to
I hope
be
we
at
can
the World.
go. I hope we can. We have a playoff. We're going to play off with North Island, and then if we beat
Yes, yes. So
North
that's what.
Island, Welsh or I forgot Albania, I think, or Albania or Welsh. No, yeah, Denmark or Welsh. I'm not sure, but at least
So that's what I'm talking
probably
about. So
If Italia play as Italy, no problem, we can go. But
yes.
really,
So
I'm
if
unlucky because our group we get 12 point. With the 12 point, of course, can go. But our group was quite tough with the Norway. Norway number
okay,
one.
yeah. Okay, so that's Pietro's opinion on Italy securing their place on Italy securing their place in the qualifiers in the FIFA Intercontinental playoffs, and we'll see how that one will go. So like I was saying, put your comments in the comment section. Let us know what you think about the qualifiers that are yet to be. Let us know what you think about the qualifying matches that are yet to be completed. Put your comment about the AFCON as well as the European leagues. We've discussed a variety of topics. So let us know what you think about all these things. Don't forget to also like the video and share. My name has always been the one you know on this platform. Thank you very much for watching the program. Until we come here once again with another edition. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Pietro-san.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.